Hi, I'm Bill Hennessy, the Retirement Igniter, and you found the Ignite Retirement Podcast. When you buy a car, you do a lot of research about what vehicle you want to carry you from point A to point B. You might want to know about the size of the engine. You might want the scoop on the drive system. Is it a stick or an automatic? Is it two-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? You might want to know how many people you can carry or how much weight you can haul. You might want to know whether the top is stationary or removable. These are all great questions. Unless you're a real detail freak, you probably don't think about the size of the gas tank first off. Instead, other questions take priority. Gas mileage and the size of the tank really only dictate how far you can go on one trip to the filling station. If you ask me, most retirement planners are asking questions about how big you want your tank, your savings, your investments, and how far you can make it on a dollar. But the truth is that those questions, while valid, are only the starting point. If you amass the lofty $2.5 to $3 million many retirement planners suggest is the new gold standard of retirement, but you don't know why you have those resources, one of two things is likely to happen. First, you might burn through it a lot faster than you believe possible. The second is that you might spend much less than that in your later years, only to have those who receive your inheritance burn through it faster than they can imagine. Let's go beyond the numbers. Why does having money without a why cause these kinds of problems? Well, because without intentional goals, people either overspend trying to fill a void of boredom with their stuff, or they freeze, holding on to every penny out of fear that they don't know whether their money is going to last. And in fact, they don't know what their money is actually for. As a person anticipating retirement, you need to pinpoint what's most important to you. Is it insuring yourself and your spouse against unforeseen medical expenses? Hey, that's a great motivator. Perhaps you have a gold-plated bucket list. That might be a great use of resources as well, but the unpredictable nature of your next season makes that a bit more arguable. Perhaps you're a person who wants to invest in your church, a missions organization, or a nonprofit organization. Hey, that's great, and it's incredibly rewarding. Because in the end, retirement isn't just about retiring from work, it's about stepping into what God's calling you to steward next. We need to know the why behind the amount if we want to know how to manage our day-to-day finances. Money gives you options, but purpose gives you direction. When you stop working, you don't just shift your income stream, you shift your entire identity. For 30 or 40 years, you've answered the question, what do you do? With a title, a profession, maybe a position, and when you lay down that work identity, what takes its place? Without a clear why, even a multi-million-dollar nest egg can leave you feeling restless and adrift. On day one of retirement, the alarm doesn't go off, and suddenly your calendar's wide open. You don't just lose a paycheck, you lose a routine, a built-in community, and the feeling of being needed in the marketplace. And if you haven't planned for that loss of structure, the freedom of retirement can quickly turn into boredom. You need to be able to align your relationships and create a generational legacy. If you're married, remember this isn't a solo journey. Retirement completely alters the dynamics at home. I always joke that your spouse married you for better or for worse, but maybe not for lunch every single day. Seriously, your alignment matters. What does your spouse imagine for the next season? If one of you dreams of traveling the world in an RV and the other wants to stay close to home, spoil the grandkids, and volunteer at church, you're going to run into friction. Aligning your vision is just as important as aligning your budget. If you're single or widowed entering this season, this transition brings its own set of questions. They're unique, and it makes having an intentional community and strong daily purpose all the more essential. Speaking in family, let's talk about the difference between leaving an inheritance and building a legacy. Passing down wealth without passing down wisdom or purpose often leads to friction, not blessing. If you want your financial resources to impact future generations or advance causes close to your heart, involve your family and your faith community in that vision now. Don't wait for a document to speak for you after you're gone. Live out that generosity today. Uncovering your why isn't something you do in a single afternoon. It's an ongoing discovery process. That's exactly why we built the Ignite Retirement Workshop. This conversation is just one of 7 conversations that come up every time I hold an Ignite Retirement Workshop at a local church. We look at discovering a sense of purpose, that driving factor that helps you navigate retirement. We look at changing circumstances and how the dreams we had for retirement seldom fit our lives once we've retired. We look at how to see and meet a need in the world around us, and we discuss how to adjust and readjust along the other transitions that will come in the 20 to 40 years most of us will spend in retirement. Before we sign off, I want to give you a simple challenge. If you're within a couple years of retirement, take a test drive. Take a 1-week staycation. No travel, no big resort trips. Just stay home, turn off the work emails, and see how naturally you spend those 40-plus hours. Do you feel energized by your hobbies, your community, the service you do? Or do you find yourself at the TV wondering what to do next? It's a great exercise to show you where your retirement vision stands today. As we close again, let me say this. I think having a great financial planner to help you establish retirement needs is essential. Your financial advisor builds the engine and fills the tank. My job is to help you chart the map so you actually get to enjoy the drive. Taking it a step further and knowing the why behind the money you've accumulated will help your retirement take on an energy that will give you the reason to get up in the morning, help you find and meet needs in your community, and draw you closer to God. Until next time, let's continue to ignite retirement.